Hey guys, I'd like for you to meet a special friend. This is Butterbean. Yes, with being healthy at home, you got to do the best you can without, being close to people. So I made my own friend. This is Butterbean. Check her out. Isn't she awesome? What can you notice about Butterbean? Yes, she's made up of shapes. You can see we have a big circle for the head, little circles for the eyes. We've got a triangle for the nose, rhombus for the mouth. We have triangles for the wings. We have a rectangle for the body, rectangle for the antennas, and circles for the tops of the antennas. Yes, awesome. Now, I made this with two-dimensional shapes. Now, today we're going to be talking about two-dimensional shapes. And two-dimensional shapes are plane shapes. No, I do not mean plain as in no color and just blah. Plane means that it is a flat, solid shape. So it is a flat surface and it is closed. Remember, in our simple solutions, we've talked about open shapes, which you can actually, like a fence, it's open and something can get inside of it. And we've talked about closed shapes. And closed means there's no opening. Okay, so think about a fence when you have put maybe a fence around your horses to keep them in, or a fence to fence in your chickens. And so if it's closed, nothing can get inside of it. But if it's open, that means there's a spot in there that the sides are not touching, and so something can get inside of it. So today we're going to be talking about three special words, and one of them we've already mentioned. Actually, two of them we have. We're talking about a plane. Now remember, this is not a plane like you fly in the sky. This is talking about a flat shape. It's a plane, okay? And then we're going to talk about vertices. Now, we've talked about vertices in our simple solutions as well. But vertices, I like to think of it as kind of like your elbow. It's a corner. See, this part and then this part of your arm meet at the elbow. A vertices is a corner, okay? So, some two-dimensional shapes have vertices and some do not. And then we're also going to be talking about sides. Some two-dimensional shapes have straight line sides and some of them have curved. And so those curved lines are not called sides. So some two-dimensional shapes have sides and some do not. Now, to go over our lesson for today, we're going to be talking about describing a two-dimensional shape using vertices and sides. And so we're going to look at our little friends here. Aren't they all happy and smiley? And we have different shapes, two-dimensional shapes. Remember, a two-dimensional shape is a flat shape. You only have a length and a width. You don't really have anything that is a shape that you can actually hold. It's flat, not fat, okay? So a two-dimensional shape is flat, not fat. So we're going to be talking about how many vertices are in these shapes and how many sides are in these shapes. Now, if we take a look at this cute little guy here, we can see that vertices are your corners. And so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 corners. And we have sides, which are straight lines. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 corners or vertices, and we have 4 sides. Does anybody know what this shape is called? Yeah, it is actually called a rhombus. Some of us will say that's a diamond or that's a kite. That is actually called a rhombus. A rhombus is a two-dimensional shape with 4 sides, okay? So we're going to be playing a little game, and we're going to play this game, and I'm going to be picking some clues out of here, and then we're going to try to see which one of our friends matches the clue. And I want you guys to help me, okay? Because we've got to get a name for all of these guys, okay? Let's look at our first one. All right, it says, I have 5 sides. Okay, keep that in mind. 5 sides. Be looking at the shapes. See which ones you think have 5 sides. My sides are equal. Now, from our previous lessons, we know that equal means the same. So all the sides are the same. Now remember, I drew these little guys, so I did not measure them out. So just pretend we got 5 sides that are the same. I have 5 vertices. Now vertices are what? Those are corners. Yes, corners. So 5 sides, 5 vertices, and they're all the same. So let's take a look. Hmm. Does this have 5 sides? No. Does it have 5 sides? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's more than 5. What about this one? Do we have 5 sides? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that one matches. Now, do we have 5 vertices? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 vertices. Now, are all the sides the same? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty close, pretty close. Does anybody know what this shape is called? That's right, it's a pentagon, a pentagon. So we're going to put that word pentagon. Now, we've talked about a pentagon before. Does anybody remember where we talked about a pentagon before? That's right, we talked about it in social studies. We talked about that building in Washington, D.C. that is the shape of this, and it's actually called the Pentagon. That's right. It is a 5-sided shape, and a lot of times we say this looks like a house. This is the roof, and this is the bottom of the house. Right, this is called a pentagon. Great job. So we're with this one over here. That one is done. Now, let's see what another one is. Oh, how exciting. I have 0 sides. What? 0 sides. Now remember, sides are straight lines. So this shape doesn't have any straight lines. I have 0 vertices. So that means there's no corners. No sides, no corners. I am round. I am round. Wow. Think about what is round, has 0 corners and 0 sides. This should be pretty easy. I see corners. I see sides. What about this guy? Yes. Does it have any sides? Nope. Does it have any corners? Nope. Does it have, is it round? Yes, it is. What is this called? A circle. That's right. Yes, it's a circle. Great job. You guys are doing awesome with this. Thank you so much. I don't like to play games by myself, so you guys are helping me out a lot. Let's see what our next clue is. Oh, no. Here we go. I have 8 sides. All my sides are equal or the same. That's right. I have 8 vertices. Oh, man. So 8 sides and 8 vertices. So 8 corners. So let's see. Definitely not this one because we already counted that one. It has 4 sides. That one doesn't have 8 sides. This kind of looks like it has a lot. Let's see what it has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. We already know this is a pentagon. What about this guy? Well, he looks like he's got a lot of sides and corners, doesn't he? So let's see. Let's put our finger here. We're going to start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that 8 sides? Yep. Let's count the corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Does it have 8 corners or 8 vertices? Yep. And are all the sides equal? Pretty close to the same length. Remember, we talked about length in a previous unit, how long or short something is. So these have pretty much the same length or same size. So it has 8 sides, 8 vertices, and all the sides are equal. Does anybody know what this shape is called? This 2-dimensional shape? It's called an octagon. 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 Remember, octo means 8, okay? So it has 8 sides. Can anybody think of something that is shaped with like an octagon? That's right, a stop sign. Yeah, that's what this puts me in mind of, is a stop sign. It has 8 sides. Right, very good. So that is an octagon. Let's see what our next one is. So we have an octagon, we have a pentagon, and we have a circle. We've still got some guys here with no names. So let's see what we have. Our next clue says, I have 4 sides. 2 sides are parallel. What? Parallel means they're straight side, like next to each other, but they don't cross each other. So it's kind of like when you're driving down the road and this car's going this way and this car's going this way. And so you guys don't cross each other or we'll have an accident, right? So parallel lines means lines that run side by side, but they do not cross each other. Now, these parallel lines are not the same length. So that means one of them may be longer or shorter than the other one. Now remember, parallel lines can go this way or they can go that way. Okay, so let's take a look and see a shape that has 4 sides, has 4 vertices. And the parallel lines, they're here, but they're not the same length. So let's take a look. This has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. Yeah, it's got 4 sides. And it's got some parallel lines here because this line, if we kept going here and this line kept going here, they're parallel. But they're all the same size, so can't be that one. Let's say this one has way too many sides. This one doesn't have enough sides. Let's take a look at, what about this guy? Does it have parallel lines? This is a line and this is a line that does not cross, because if these two would go up, they would eventually cross each other. But these two are parallel lines, and this one's shorter than that one. So it has parallel lines that are not the same length. Does it have 4 sides? 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 4 sides. And does it have 4 corners or 4 vertices? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, it does. So this is a trapezoid. Very good. A trapezoid. Now I know I threw that parallel line word out there for you. That's something that you'll probably need to know in 2nd grade. So you got a little heads up on what to know next year. Okay, so we have a circle that is round with no sides and no vertices. We have a trapezoid with those parallel lines of different length. We have a pentagon that has 5 sides and 5 vertices. And we have an octagon with 8 sides and 8 vertices. Have you noticed that the number of sides and the number of vertices are they're the same? Yeah, look at that. So the number of sides and the number of vertices are the same. Let's see, we've still got some guys here with no names, so let's see what we have. This one says, I have 4 sides again. 2 sides are parallel. There's that word again, parallel. But this time they're the same length. So remember, parallel lines do not cross each other, but they're the same length. And then they have 2 other sides of parallel lines, and they're the same length. So 2 lines that are the same length, 2 lines that are the same length, and they're parallel. And they have 4 vertices, because you remember, we decided the number of sides are the same as the number of vertices. So 4 sides, 4 vertices, and 2 sets of parallel lines that are the same length. So let's take a look. I think these are short parallel lines. These are long parallel lines. So I'm thinking maybe this, you think? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices. That's right. Yeah. And then these 2 lines are parallel because they don't cross each other, and they're the same length. And then these 2 lines are parallel because they run side by side and they don't cross each other, and they're the same length. So we have 4 sides, 4 vertices, and 2 sets of parallel lines that are the same length. So this is our guy. Does anybody know who he is? What's his name? That's right. He is a rectangle. A rectangle. Rectangle. Awesome. Good job. Now we're left with 1, 2, 3, 4 more guys that do not have a name. So let's take a look at what we have. I have 4 sides. My sides are the same length. I have 4 vertices, but the angles are not the same. Oh my goodness. Now, angles. You're saying, what in the world is an angle? Now, the angle is when you have, let's use a trapezoid for instance. An angle is where you have your 2 sides that meet. Here's your vertices. The measurement or the between the 2 sides in this vertice is called an angle, okay? When 2 sides meet, they not only form a vertices, but they form an angle. And this inside of the shape is an angle. So this one has 4 sides, and the sides are the